So in this mini tutorial, I'll walk you through the selection process as I generate images and craft them. I will not be going through the actual tools and do the editing live or anything like that. I will just walk you through the process so you have an understanding as how to get to this type of result. So you may have seen these images I posted on LinkedIn and Instagram if you follow me. And it's a combination of cat, human, and also fashion, the fashion element in it. The fashion element is kept to a minimum. Usually it's just a logo, a pattern like this, perhaps a anti-fashion statement here, no logo. So when you generate images, you obviously won't get that result from the start. You'll get to something, you'll have a base to work with, but not like a finished product or a finished image, just so you know. So let me show you how this started. What was the base image? And I have it over here. So I generated a bunch of images, and this one caught my eye despite the obviously wrong cropping here, and this outfit I didn't like. I didn't like the reflection here, but I was focused on trying to find something I liked, and it caught my eye because of the fact that the head was in sort of a glass container here. It was not perfect, but I had the base to work with, and I went from this one to this, through, of course, in between a lot of steps and a lot of jumping back and forth from Midjourney to Nano Banana. And how I got the cat to wear this sweater is done in Nano Banana. So you just dump the image there and then ask it to wear it. And also it had another jacket at first. It had this outfit at first, and then we just asked for it to swap to this one. And I did a lot of changes to the head here. You can see it's not exactly the same. It's very close. You can see that the actual ears, they go all the way here to the cat ears container. It was not the case before. So as I said, you have like a base to work with, which was this part here, and you have to work with it. So it's very easy to dismiss. You see that, especially when you can just generate hundreds of images, you might think, I don't care, I'll do another one. But you may not generate the exact same setup here. So when you see an opportunity like this, just do it, try it. So that was the starting point, and obviously it was missing the cat features here, cat face features, and the whiskers, and it had to look also cute. You can see that the eyes are not like cat eyes, although it's a cat, but that was the idea with blending human with a cat. You may want to play on certain features and swap them either towards the human or towards the cat. Then the clothing, I wanted to keep it like minimal, just to have this one, this jacket, and then but nothing more branded. And I wanted to have some human hands, even if it was just 4 fingers. That's what you get in the cartoons. And there is a reason for it, but I will not go into it. But let's go and check out how it started. I have this grid of images, and it started with this prompt: a cute standing humanoid cat on a plain background. Note that I did not include any fashion element, any camera angle, nothing. Why? Because in these mood boards you have a set of images. So a mood board is like a folder where you dump images with a certain style, and you have to be quite specific about what you put in it. And I combined those 3 with equal weight. So we can see here that you have a parameter for the aspect ratio, 5:7. The stylized value, actually it's 1000, which is the maximum. And then you have your personalization here with a 3 code for your 3 different mood boards. I put like some fake ones because I don't actually share my mood boards. And the stylized value of 1000 dictates how much influence these 3 mood boards will have on the general aesthetic of the image. Generally, when you prompt in Midjourney and you don't have any mood boards, this value does something else. It allows Midjourney to apply its own aesthetic. So if you apply the maximum aesthetic of 1000, it would be, it's basically saying, I want the most beautiful thing you can possibly do. And if you want to reduce it to 50, for example, you're telling Midjourney to tone it down when it comes to stylization of its own aesthetic, and at the same time you're asking Midjourney to a stronger prompt adherence. So let's undo, and I had 1000 there, and the mood boards, right? And they have equal weight, as I said. You could, if you wanted, add a weight of 3. And perhaps this one give it a weight of 2. So you need to add those like 2 columns there, and then a numerical value. But I will get into depth on the subject during my Midjourney course. So here's the grid of images that I've made. As you can see, they are a bit varied, but generally the aesthetic is on point, is the same. And how did I get here? It is through the combination of these 3 mood boards. And I knew that I would get that kind of aesthetic, but it had to, it took a lot of time to find the right combination of mood boards to get that kind of aesthetics. And this is also the reason why it's a very simple prompt, because you can see on Midjourney you have prompts that are that have like it's like a book. It's like it's just too much. So I usually go like general and then refine as I go into more like specific goal, camera angle, lighting type, etc. But you want to get like the you want to have like a strong base to work with. So looking at all of these, you can see that all of them are like humanoids. So they have human shapes and with cat features. Some of them are more like this one, and this one, for example, this one, they're more like, they have like a more toy appearance rather than something you can use for like not a fashion shoot, but like someone you would like to dress, for example. It would be a bit hard to dress a robot like a toy. It's possible, but it's not ideal. Whereas this one, you can see that it already has clothes, and this one as well. So you can, as you're going through the process, you can see already which one can be used and for a certain purpose. It doesn't mean that the other ones are useless. It just means that they don't fit the purpose. So I would say, for example, you take this one, this one. Basically, the ones that have like they are wearing clothes. This one. And even if they have like a toy-ish appearance, you can still like put a jacket and hide some of that part. This one, this one, and this one, this one, this. And as you go through the process, it doesn't mean you're going to be using all of them or doing work on all of them. So it's just like a selection process. So you take all of these here, you separate them a bit. Over here, this one and this one as well. And you have the other ones that look more like, this one they look more like toys. And I think for now we can leave them over here. You can take this one. So already you like divided by 2. There might be something that you like here that you may want to, perhaps just like the head, for example, in which case you would like crop it like this and keep the head, and you put it in a separate category here in the middle with just like body parts, and that you can use to swap. For example, you may want to swap this head with this one, like so. Obviously not like this, but you get the point. And so let's take a look at these ones. You can see that if we look at the features, some of them are missing the cat features. And as I said, you may want to give them like human features instead, like a mix. You have the cat ears, you may want to make them more like pointy, perhaps. And then the wooden legs, perhaps you don't want them, you want to have like a pair of jeans or something. You may want to add like a logo here, perhaps a necklace, perhaps shorten the arms, or have them with hands or paws as well. You can have like a pet and on a leash. There's a lot of things. It's like limitless what you can do. It's just up to you. Then when it comes to the camera angle, don't worry, if you like that picture, you can go in editing in Nano Banana and then ask it to give you a front-facing camera view. So a shot that will be consistent with the other ones. This one I kind of like, is like overall here. You may want to just like give him like real like shoes, like trainers, like cool trainers, or cat paws or something. Here you may want to delete those two here and then have some whiskers. Also, it looks like he's wearing a mask. So you may want to change the head altogether if you want it. You can see here that you have like some defects, but don't be put off by the defects. You have to work with them. It's basically the same, that you want to now to take the best, I think, possible images to start making changes. You may want to take this one, and this one is also. Perhaps you could make like 6 images, like this one. This one is interesting. All right. So we went from like 54 images to just like 6 already. And you may want to then start refining even more and be more specific about, obviously, before you started all of this process, you had already an idea in mind. So you know already what you want. So you may have gathered some clothing images already. You want to dress them up in a certain style. And so basically you take one image, and here you may want to go to Nano Banana and say, I want like cat face features. I want like a pair of jeans, and I want perhaps a different color for the trainers. I can see that there might be some defects, so you may want to change them altogether. Okay, and perhaps, as I said, you can add like a pet or something. And you may want to do the same with these ones. I kind of like these boots, even if they don't exist. They are pretty chill. It doesn't make his shoelaces. He doesn't care. And perhaps you may want to add some paws here, or human hands. Obviously not photorealistic human hands, but more like in line with the overall style of your image. And here you can transform this, for example, as a digital display, like a black digital display, and then have some cat features in sort of 8-bit format, for example. They might have also like a cat next to it. And here you might want to remove the pedestal here, and also add some mouth and whiskers. I would perhaps get like a raincoat from Henrik Vipskov or Stutterheim, like a real reference, and then swap it, make his face less glossy and more like furry, like this one, for example. There are so many possibilities. It's just up to you really to make it into what you want. You have a vision, you have like a project, something you want to achieve, and it's just up to you basically. Here you can see that he's in levitation mode here, so you may want to. It would make sense if the arms were raised, because it would be like jumping up. One thing to bear in mind is that if you're asking to make the character taller and you give that image, Midjourney or Nano Banana will have like a problem with it, because obviously there's not much headroom here and not much room here. So what you want to do is you would like frame the selection. You would do the same in basically Midjourney. You would scale it down like this, and if you give it like it doesn't matter really the color right now, but you would want to do something like this. And then if you ask it to be like taller with like elongated legs, then the AI will have a lot more room to work with. Likewise, if you wanted to have stronger shadows, you'd have to delete that part of the image here to give Midjourney a clue, or a cue rather, that something you deleted here is for a specific reason, and then you put it in the prompt. You want stronger shadows, and then you'd have like more like elongated or like shadows that continues all the way to the edge of the frame. So that's how I go about, and then when I'm done, obviously juggling between Midjourney and Nano Banana, then I will upscale it in Midjourney, and if I want to make it into a bigger format, like a big print, like 50 by 70 centimeter, then I will take it to Gigapixel software. Right, so I think that's about it, and I hope that you learned something. Let me know in a comment if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. And for now, take care. Bye bye.